एक लास्ट ईयर जब एग्ज़ाम चल रहा था तो 2 स्टूडेंट्स थे जो कोई और एग्ज़ाम देने आए थे, बट वो मेरा क्वेश्चन पेपर ले गए स्पेशली। मुझे लगा ये आई डिडंट न्यू देम, तो मुझे आके बोल रहा है सर, अब मुझे किसी ने बताया था कि आपके क्वेश्चंस बहुत क्रिएटिव होते हैं, तो प्लीज़ क्वेश्चन पेपर दे दो, मैं घर जाके पढ़ूंगा। जीतू भैया एंड आई हैव दैट इन कॉमन, ही डिड बीटेक फ्रॉम देयर एंड आई डिड PhD from there from Kharagpur. तो I think hostel life is सबसे बेस्ट डेज ऑफ योर लाइफ। मैंने सिर्फ यही बोला, डू एनीथिंग, कुछ भी करो दैट यू आर पैशनेट अबाउट लाइफ। मेजॉरिटी ऑफ स्टूडेंट्स they make all the presentations just last day.
So he's the Rancho of that class. Like he's not enrolled.
And he has the maximum number of questions.
This is something we will always remember. We'll see this video later on, 1 year, 2 year later.
This is definitely going to be a part of great memories.
Hey everyone, welcome to Discuss with Derek. I'm an undergrad student at IIT Roorkee. और आज क्योंकि टीचर्स डे है, सो फर्स्टली हैप्पी टीचर्स डे टू ऑल द टीचर्स जिन्होंने कि सिर्फ अकेडमिकली नहीं बल्कि उसके अलावा भी स्टूडेंट्स को मोटिवेट किया है, उन्हें इंकरेज किया है, उन्हें सपोर्ट किया है। आई वुड लाइक टू थैंक ऑल द टीचर्स फ्रॉम माई स्कूल एंड प्रोफेसर्स एट IIT for shaping me, for building me and making me better day by day. Also, if you see, like every student is special, similarly every teacher is also special. We just need to simply understand from the side of the teacher sometimes. So आज की इस वीडियो में मैंने अपने एक ऐसे प्रोफेसर को इनवाइट किया है who is one of the coolest professor in IIT Roorkee, और in my words he is the जीतू भैया of IIT Roorkee. जैसे जैसे हम इस वीडियो में आगे बढ़ेंगे you will realize why I call him the जीतू भैया, and इस वीडियो में हम उनसे जानेंगे उनकी कहानी, उनकी schooling, how was he as a student, and then later on as he joined the professor, how is a day in the life of a professor. We'll then move on to his classroom environment, his teaching style, his way of assignments, examinations, and much more is going to be there in this video. For me, Jeetu Bhaiya is not only a character but an emotion, which I guess every student can find around himself, his Jeetu Bhaiya. So I would like to know from you that who is your Jeetu Bhaiya in your life. You can comment down in this video the Jeetu Bhaiya of your life. I'm glad that I found my Jeetu Bhaiya in IIT Roorkee, and I'm happy that he has joined in this video because I know कि he is a bit camera shy and थोड़ा nervous है, but I'm sure कि through this conversation वो थोड़ा सा light feel करेंगे, and I hope that you guys will support him by sharing this video, liking this video, commenting down and subscribing to the channel. This video that you are watching might be a longer one जिसकी हमें आदत नहीं है, thanks to YouTube Shorts and Instagram Reels. So timestamps are given in the description. Also you can speed up if you want, but make sure you watch till the end because I can guarantee you that whatever Jeetu Bhaiya will tell you will definitely be a golden words in your life. And also at the end, Jeetu Bhaiya has a message that he wants to give to all the students. So now without any further ado, let's get started. Now after all the build up we had, I'm sure you guys must be excited to meet him up. So let me call him out. He is Professor Sourab, a young and dynamic professor of management department who teaches marketing core subjects in his unique way that makes you love the subject. So hi, welcome sir, welcome to the podcast. Firstly, happy Teachers Day.
Thank you.
And I have got some present for you. Kindly accept that. This is a small gift from my end.
Thank you.
Along with this as well. So
Thank you.
we'll unbox it. ठीक है. I want कि आप ये घर पे जाके देखें and we'll unbox this.
Sure.
By the end of this episode.
But if you ask me personally, I think the best gift a teacher can get is when their students do well and they live a happy life. I think that is something which matters the most as a gift.
Talking of why I invited you is because I have heard a lot about you. Later on, I got a chance to take up a course under you, and I realized कि जो बातें करते थे आपके बारे में, it is actually true. You are the Jeetu Bhaiya of IIT Roorkee, as all quoted by all the students, and even I feel like कि you are that kind of person who can be Jeetu Bhaiya for so many students. So I wanted the students who are watching this video to know that कि IIT में there is a possibility to find Jeetu Bhaiyas. So starting से शुरुआत करते हैं. सबसे पहले जानते हैं आपके initial growing years के बारे में. How you started as in school, then progressed in college. We would like to know that how were you as a student?
ठीक है. Firstly, I'd like to wish everyone a very happy Teachers' Day, because as far as IIT Roorkee is concerned, we have the best of faculties who are trying their best to bring out the best in students. So I'm also trying to make an impact or contribute a bit. So I think a big shout out to all the faculties at Roorkee and students as well, because we exist because of them. दूसरी चीज जो आपने पूछी in with respect to kind of comparing me with Jeetu Bhaiya, I think rather than just being a character, he's more of an emotion. And even I am one of the biggest fans with respect to connecting with students. If I can do that just by 8% also, I think that will be like I have achieved something, frankly. Now, other thing is with respect to my growing years, I grew up in Panipat. So एक बहुत funny incident भी है with respect to that place. When I was preparing for PhD, तो I used to go for interviews अलग अलग जगह पे. So I remember one clear incident. In one of the interviews, I was asked, where are you from? So I told them Panipat, and they connected बहुत सारे questions उससे, like about battles of Panipat and other things. So like you should know about the place you belong to, but things did not strike that time. So next year, I went for the same interview, almost same panel, and they asked me where are you from again. Then I had to change my place of schooling or the place where I grew up. After that, I moved to Chandigarh for graduation. That was a phase where I was exposed to a lot of things. In hostel life भी वहाँ से start हुई. And I think hostel life is सबसे best days of your life. This is what I feel. You are with friends, you have a good time, you learn things, you get to a phase where you start doing things on your own. After that, I moved to a state university where I did my MBA. Then after MBA, I joined PhD at Kharagpur, and that definitely was a turning point in my life. Jeetu Bhaiya and I have that in common. He did BTech from there, and I PhD from there from Kharagpur.
Coming back to your student life, how were you as a student? आपके मार्क्स किस तरह के रहते थे? एंड लाइक यू मेंशन कि आपने हॉस्टल लाइफ भी जी है, सो कैन यू जस्ट शेयर सम इंसिडेंट ऑफ द हॉस्टल लाइफ?
ग्रेजुएशन के टाइम जब मैं चंडीगढ़ में आई वेंट फॉर ग्रेजुएशन, इनिशियली थोड़ा डिफिकल्ट लगा एडजस्टिंग टू हॉस्टल लाइफ, बिकॉज यू नो मैं पानीपत में था इन सेम स्कूल फर्स्ट से 12th तक. सो देयर आई हैड अ वेरी क्लोज नेट ग्रुप ऑफ फ्रेंड्स. तो चंडीगढ़ में थोड़ी प्रॉब्लम हुई, बट इन MBA hostel life was great. So I think we all know what happens in hostel life. So, but I think you should live the most of it. Friendly fights, they also are a part of memories. बाहर खाना खाने जाना friends के साथ, that is also a part of memories. Then watching movies together is a part of memories.
नाइट आउट्स मारे होंगे बहुत.
Definitely some part of it. So it was all, I think, a fun ride and kind of a roller coaster ride. In KGP also things are very great. So I think I had the best time in, you know, like in mess when you are discussing about food, all those things.
कैसा था खाना KGP का?
Food was fine, but I think I have a lot of memories of spending times in canteens, then mess. But I think in Roorkee food is great. This is what I think.
मार्क्स के बारे में तुमने बात करी नहीं. हाउ आर यू लाइक स्कोरिंग ड्यूरिंग योर स्कूलिंग और कॉलेज? और फिर
see, there was one thing about me, like marks in 10th and 12th were decent.
Decent means
Decent as in I touched 80s, and then in 12th also they were around 83-84%. I remember the incident when I was in 12th class. तो सबको लगा था कि I would score around 93-94, but it was around 83-84, and I personally felt कि ये भी ज़्यादा था than how I had prepared for things. So this is one thing which I think happened with me.
Now you are a professor in IIT. Earlier you were a professor in NIT as well. So how does it feel to be a professor in IIT, and how is a day in a life of professor?
I think, as I told you, the reason why I got into teaching, मैं जब बाकी teachers को देखता था in college, मुझे लगता था it's such a cool job, as I just mentioned in beginning also. But it definitely has a lot of heavy lifting, because I think we were talking about this also. We are preparing generations that will be taking positions in years to come, and they'll be impacting many lives and their own also the people who will work with them. So if you look at it from that perspective, it's a difficult job. You need to be very consistent, involved, make consistent efforts, how you can impact them and make them better individuals who live a great life, not just work wise, personally also. I definitely try that. So apart from that, life at IIT is great because we are involved in projects apart from teaching, admin work. Like I'm presently the warden of one of the hostels, Bhavans, which we call it popularly as popularly in Roorkee.
So yeah, coming next to your teaching style that everybody is a fan of, जिन्होंने भी आपसे पढ़ा है and जिन्होंने भी आपके बारे में सुना है, even when I heard about you from my seniors, तो मुझे ये पता चला कि बहुत ही cool young professor हैं. Generally मैं अगर आपको क्लास का माहौल बताऊं तो it's like we get a mail from sir क्लास स्टार्ट होने से पहले एंड उस मेल में वी आर गिवन कि आज क्लास में हम क्या पढ़ने वाले हैं. आई शो यू द स्नैपशॉट ऑफ इट. तो देन वी कम एक्साइटेड कि अच्छा आज क्लास में ऐसा है. एवरीबडी इज कमिंग जस्ट टू बी लाइक कि अटेंड द क्लास जस्ट टू गेट समथिंग आउट ऑफ इट. ठीक है, कोई इसलिए नहीं आ रहा कि चलो अटेंडेंस मिल जाएगी. हार्डली कोई ऐसा होगा. कोई ऐसा रश भी नहीं है कि आप अपनी नोटबुक खोलो और फटाफट से कुछ जॉट डाउन करो, कुछ मिस हो जाएगा, कहीं कुछ छूट ना जाए एग्जाम के. नथिंग एज सच. ठीक है, आप बस सिंपली आते हो, यू जस्ट कीप योर बैग, यू जस्ट सिट डाउन कंफर्टेबली. एक काइंड ऑफ सेमी सर्कल में हम लोग बैठते हैं एंड सर एक स्टेटमेंट फ्लोट करते हैं, कुछ भी जो सर का सब्जेक्ट है मार्केटिंग का. तो समथिंग इज गोइंग ऑन अराउंड द वर्ल्ड. हमारा क्या इनपुट है, हमारा क्या ओपिनियन है उसको लेके, एंड देन हाउ इट गेट्स कनेक्टेड टू मार्केटिंग इज हिज ओन यूनिक वे कि वो कैसे कनेक्ट करेंगे उसको. तो एक स्टेटमेंट आती है, वी हैव टू गिव आर इनपुट कि इज इट राइट, इज इट रॉन्ग, वट एवर आर ओपिनियन इज. देन ही कम्स अप टू अ कंक्लूजन ऑफ दैट. तो ऐसे हमारी क्लास प्रोग्रेस होती है एंड दैट्स हाउ वी कनेक्ट टू द वेरियस टॉपिक्स जो कि मार्केटिंग में काफ़ी डिफिकल्ट जा सकते हैं अगर हम इन डेप्थ पर. वो जो मेथोडोलॉजी है जो हमको काइंड ऑफ मिसिंग लगती है बाकी जगह, वो आई वांट टू आस्क फ्रॉम यू, इज इट लाइक यू आर इंस्पायर्ड फ्रॉम समबडी ड्यूरिंग योर इनिशियल ईयर्स और you found, how did you found out this thing कि यार this is how the classroom environment should work?
Firstly, I get really nervous when someone starts appreciating me like that. So I would be nervous in most of this video. See, first of all, definitely I get like I was inspired. बहुत सारे लोगों का inspiration लिया मैंने when I was growing up. So firstly, I would like to kind of communicate a big thank you to my guide, Professor Sahani, and she has a lot of influence on me. There is another faculty, Professor Rajiv. She also had a deep, huge impact on me. Then finally, after joining DOMS also IIT Roorkee, I think with respect to every faculty, I can say that this is what I have learned from them. So it's all a mix of, you know, the influence of all these people that makes me what I am. And definitely my school teachers also, because I think I don't want to tell what was years of my schooling, otherwise you will know my age and you will start thinking that I'm too old. But still, I'm connected with those teachers who taught me in first and second, and it's really special. Now, next thing, why I send mails is simply because, see, the whole dynamics has changed. Everything is there on Google. You can find anything about planets, animals, plants, you know, anything and everything is there. Like, I don't think there would be anything which is not going to be on Google. So the point is, my thought process is all about my students should start thinking differently. Everybody will have that knowledge because you're not required to mug up things. You can Google things anytime. So it's all a facet of making sure that you learn to think differently, and that's how I think you'll be making a difference when you get to your job. I like to keep it a little cool because with that coolness, I always have this principle that whenever you are coming to my class, you should at least gain something out of it. So that's a consistent effort, and I think we have many such wonderful faculties in the country and definitely Roorkee as well, because that's what, you know, we get inspired by when even I look at other lectures of the faculties on YouTube and other things.
So now coming to your statement that lectures on YouTube kind of thing. So I just recently came across this thing that you are recording lectures for NPTEL.
Yeah, I am.
So you guys can follow sir later on when these lectures will be put up. So tell me that experience of yourself when you are facing this camera and recording lectures online without having any student in front of you.
बहुत ज़्यादा nervous हो जाता हूँ मैं online या when I am there is a camera around. So in NPTEL also this was the first पहला course है मेरा, so I'm trying, कोशिश सारी है कि I can add value to the students जो रुड़की में नहीं है, but अगर दूसरी जगह पे भी हैं they can do that. But please don't watch that course. I really got very nervous while recording that. Other thing was I realized you should make reels, which I never did, because that makes you comfortable, that brings out the witty side of you, the funny side of you. I think if I would have done that a bit earlier or maybe recently, then I would have been more comfortable with that course. बहुत ज़्यादा comfortable होता while recording online. Other thing is it did made me realize, or I felt a lot of respect for actors, because it's definitely a difficult job. It's not that easy. So I think actors like Ananya Pandey and all don't need to be trolled that much.
Thanks for acknowledging this part. Ki this makes a sense. YouTube and recording videos makes a sense. Even I feel like after doing this YouTube, I have got a lot of things that I would have not got in the real world. And same applies for ki I have lost some of the things which from the real world as well. So both are the cases. But definitely YouTube is more helpful, and doing this videos and recording podcasts, this gives you a creative side as well as a confident side.
Yeah,
that I feel.
definitely.
So yeah, so moving forward in the discussion, we want to know कि जैसे मुझे तो पता ही है, I want the viewers to know कि about your assignments, आप किस तरह के असाइनमेंट्स पुट ऑन करते हैं, बिकॉज स्टूडेंट जनरली बहुत फेस करते हैं कि यार बहुत डिफिकल्ट असाइनमेंट्स है, या बैक टू बैक बहुत सारे असाइनमेंट्स है, क्विजेस है, वाइवा है, और सिर्फ 25-30 सब CWS मार्क्स के लिए. आई वांट टू नो कि आपका क्या थॉट प्रोसेस होता है असाइनमेंट को लेकर, एंड जस्ट यू कैन शेयर सम ऑफ द एग्जांपल्स ऑफ योर असाइनमेंट्स एज वेल. देन वी विल मूव ऑन टू द एग्जामिनेशन पार्ट ऑफ.
सी, पहले तो जो बाकी असाइनमेंट्स भी मिलती हैं, एवरी फैकल्टी पुट्स इन अ थॉट, दे ट्राई कि स्टूडेंट्स कुछ सीखें उससे, बट इन अ वे मेरा थॉट प्रोसेस उसमें थोड़ा अलग था. आई ट्राई दैट इट गिव्स देम अ ब्रॉडर पर्सपेक्टिव अबाउट लाइफ. लाइक इन कोविड एवरीथिंग वाज गोइंग डिफिकल्ट, पीपल वर सफरिंग, एंड वर्स्ट चीज थी कि वी डिडंट इवन न्यू व्हाट स्टूडेंट्स आर गोइंग थ्रू बिकॉज एवरीथिंग वाज ऑनलाइन. So उस टाइम मैंने सोचा कि I'll give an assignment in which I just ask them to do something which will bring in a lot of positivity in life. मैंने सिर्फ यही बोला, do anything, कुछ भी करो that you are passionate about life. मैं बस ये मैसेज देना चाहता था, you should hold on to something that will make you a little more positive, will bring a smile on your face, because once you get into jobs, things get very different. You don't get time for yourself. So that was the purpose of that assignment, and students ने बहुत अच्छा किया उसमें, but I related it with my subject also to keep that essence. And see, even if majority of students, they make all the presentations just last day.
Yeah.
We need to innovate a little more to bring in or change things about how we can use assignments for the better rather than just for compiling marks.
What type of assignments did you receive from the students?
So I had one student who was passionate about music, so he translated one Spanish song to English. There was one girl who painted something, and I could see, even when she submitted, she has written a line that how happy she felt while doing this in all these chaotic and negative things. There was one student who did some fantastic poetry, and other students also did a lot of things, but the objective was to make it joyful. But I definitely connected with the subject also, so that both the essence is written.
I got to know that there are some students who are not enrolled in your course, but still they are coming to attend your classes. So how much is that true?
I think only in this batch I have one student who is not enrolled, but he's coming.
So he's the Rancho of that class, like he's not enrolled.
And he asks the maximum number of questions. So he keeps me on my toes, and it's great. Other students also, as they interact, like in a way they push me to do well and be better prepared. But those students who are not enrolled, when they come, it actually validates that maybe I'm making right efforts and I need to move better in the same direction.
Like I know students enroll in a subject and they don't want to attend the class, and here's the opposite: they are not enrolled but they want to attend the class. That's strange. That is something unique in you only, that is possibly done. So moving forward to the examinations, लाइक एग्जामिनेशंस का बहुत डर होता है स्टूडेंट्स को कि यार क्या आने वाला है एग्जाम्स में, व्हाट हैव दे स्टडीड ड्यूरिंग देयर होल सेमेस्टर, कि क्या होगा कैसे होगा. सो व्हाट्स योर थॉट ऑफ पुटिंग अप इन द एग्जाम्स, जिससे कि स्टूडेंट्स को मग अप ना करना पड़े लास्ट नाइट, और हाउ डू यू पुट योर थॉट्स इन डिजाइनिंग द क्वेश्चन पेपर?
सी, एज यू सेड, पहली कोशिश मेरी यही होती है, आई डोंट वांट to associate exams with fear, anxiety, all these things. And there is a logic behind it. See, if they are only preparing at the last moment, or they just believe in, like, one night wonder ki ek din prepare karenge and we'll just write exams, in that ways learning is not happening, right? For MBA students, I'm teaching subjects like retailing and sales. So I don't ask them direct questions like, what is this, or what do you know about this? Because as I told you, everything is there on Google.
Yeah.
And I don't want them to कि उनकी लाइफ में ये पॉलिसी रहे कि चीज़ों को मगअप करना है और एक दिन पहले प्रिपेयर करना है. लेट लर्निंग बी एन एंजॉयबल फन एक्सपीरियंस. सो आई विजिटेड Roorkee. I recorded the actual problems of people who are selling something and retailers, and I gave them those questions so that they also connect with what we have taught, and they also get a chance to apply those things. See, the mind is only going to work best in exams when you're calm, composed. Just use your knowledge or whatever you've learned in those 2.5 or 3 hours, like without any anxiety or fear, because we are not there to test you. The objective is to prepare you for the world. So once you step out, you should function better, live well, do well, all these things. In life will anyway take exams. So the exams which we take or should be taken should be more oriented towards preparing you and making you think differently and applying things.
Thank you so much for being a part of this conversation, sir. It was really memorable experience for me, because you can see the 30-40 minutes clip, but we know the whole process, how it all began and how we all set up. Sometimes it worked, sometimes mic was not working, sometimes we all did this setup in his office. So this is something we will always remember. We'll see this video later on, 1 year, 2 year later.
This is definitely going to be a part of great memories.
Yeah. At the end, I would like that you give a message from your end, anything you feel like, and to the students, because I know that every word from your mouth will be something golden for the students. So I will leave this frame. वैसे भी I don't think I am more required here, but I'll leave this frame at the end to you. And before I leave, just to remind everybody that please like, share and subscribe. Not because like every other video, but because इससे क्या होता है, YouTube will understand that viewers are engaging with this video, and that's how YouTube will promote it to more and more students just like you have received this video. So that's why I would want कि you like, share, subscribe. So yeah, I'll leave this frame, and over to you, sir.
See, as you definitely asked me to record the message for students, so I would start by saying every student is special for us. No matter what they achieve, how much package they get, or wherever they reach in life, they're always going to be special for us. So never compromise on your mental health. You can reach out to your faculties, your friends, just be open about it, because you being happy and doing well will definitely be a priority for a faculty, no matter where they are. Apart from that, focus on creating good memories. Go for outing with your friends. On a silly way, also create some reels, because you should always have things. Once you start working after a few years, you should have things that you can laugh about and call your friends, oh, I just saw that today, and it will definitely revive a lot of memories. Another important thing is, see, learn things that you are most passionate about, because that will definitely make a lot of difference when you step out. And again, I will say, just get into the mode of thinking differently, because that will make a lot of difference. Apart from that, the other message would only be, JEETU BHAIYA is definitely a very heavy word for me, and even if you see a fraction of that in me, I think it is definitely a compliment. And as I just said, he is more of an emotion than being a character. And finally, please subscribe to my student's channel, because I've seen the hard work that he has done, in making arrangements for this video. It seems an easy task, but it is not. And we had a role reversal. He acted like my teacher, and it was fun learning from him also. So please subscribe his channel, and a big shout out to all the faculties who make efforts to inspire their students to do well, whether it is in IIT Roorkee or any other place. So all the best, do well, and make the most of your campus life. Thank you. What I have got as a gift, and I think this will always inspire me to do well. And it is written, "You have unlocked countless doors of knowledge and education and brought forth for me a boundless world of discoveries and wisdom. Thank you very much for your guidance." But trust me, this is not me. Every faculty in Roorkee is trying to do this. So happy Teachers Day once again. Thank you. अब स्टार्ट करो, मैं कंफर्टेबली बैठ जाता हूँ. मेरा पेन कहाँ है? वो पेन चाहिए था मुझे, उससे नर्वसनेस कम हो जाती है. ठीक, इसमें तो तुम वो वाली लाइन हटा देना यार. लेकिन ठीक, वो मत रखना यार. एक लास्ट ईयर जब एग्जाम चल रहा था, तो 2 स्टूडेंट्स थे जो कोई और एग्जाम देने आए थे, बट वो मेरा क्वेश्चन पेपर ले गए स्पेशली. मुझे लगा ये आई डिडंट न्यू देम, तो मुझे आके बोल रहा है, सर मुझे किसी ने बताया था कि आपके क्वेश्चंस बहुत क्रिएटिव होते हैं, तो प्लीज क्वेश्चन पेपर दे दो, मैं घर जाके पढ़ूंगा.